Hey guys, welcome back to part 3, and this is the last part, thankfully. This one isn't a long video because it was just what I had left. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So first we're starting off with the boat that I left off on, and it's really sped up because, there's no way that I could ever explain to you how to make one of these, so you'll just have to watch it for yourself. I've made this boat 3 times, and not two of them look the same. So, yeah. So you just kind of have to mess with it and try your own things out on it. But, yeah. And you want the seats to be the same texture and color as the boat as well, and you can sit on them. So it is, it's functional to sit on. You can't drive it or anything. And a lantern on the back is optional, but yeah, you could still do it if you wanted to. And that's pretty much it for the boat. Sorry, I couldn't help any more on that one. Next is the lily pads. So obviously you want the circle rug, and then you make it whatever size you want your lily pads to be. I just did 3 different, just to show. And there's also different ways that I made them, as you can see. But you want it to be the sand pattern, and then make it a nice green color. So for the first lily pad that I did, you're gonna want the heart rug. So make it the sand pattern as well, and then make it, or I think I did plastic, I can't even tell. No, I did the sand, okay. And then you make it just a nice pink. And then you put the pumpkin in the middle and you make it the same color. Or you could have it be a different pink, I don't really care. Do whatever you think would look best. And then for the next one, I used the new cookie sheets as, I don't even know what I would call them, I just thought it looked cool. You make those the same pink, and then you also put a pumpkin on top of those. For the last one, you need specifically the marble plates that they have, and you want to make it a pink, obviously, and then you want the texture of it to be plastic, so that it's just the color and it doesn't have any texture on it. But you'll put 5 or 6 petals, depending on how many you want. And then you need the circle bowl, and you put it right in the middle. Then you make it whatever shade of yellow you want. I went for a kind of pale-ish yellow. Then you take your handy dandy rotating tool and you flip it upside down. And that's pretty much it for the lily pads. And also to decorate just around the lily pads, I added these, which I don't even know what they're called, but I added them. Next we have the checkered flooring that I did in my Victorian home. Yeah, and it looks really good in there. And I looked up pictures, and most of the checkered floors, they have like the diagonal squares. But it's kind of hard to do that in Rocitizens because you can't cut things off at like a triangle shape, you know? So. So for the white one, you want it to be white and marble. For the black one, you want it to be black in the rock wall pattern, because when it's the marble, it just looks flat. It doesn't look like there's anything there. So I use the rock wall to give it at least a little bit of the marble look. And so when doing the edge, you want to do it all around the room. Sometimes if things are like bumping out, like the wall is weird, I just go around that and then try to make it look the best that it can. But yeah, you just want the black around the outside. And then you just fill the space in with your tiles. And you just copy and paste them all over. And I would do the normal sized ones first until you get to like the weird bits, like there, how it shows that it's obviously not going to be a full square. So when it gets to a weird part like this, I just place them down and then I size them to where they need to be. That's pretty much all you have to do for that. Next is the coffee station, which the ones hanging I actually came up with while I was doing the cup in the espresso machine. But you just need the two types of coffee mugs, which one of them is called the hot, it's like a hot beverage, and then the other one I think is just like a mug. But so you want the one with the coffee inside, and then you want 3 that don't have anything on the inside. You'll also need the espresso machine. So obviously you need a block, and then you put it right below where the bottom of the espresso machine is. And then also put whatever pattern you want on your mug before putting it under there. But then you just put the mug on top and make sure it's like right underneath where the espresso would come out. And then you need a shelf for the ones that we're gonna make look like they're hanging. I use this shelf because to me it looks the best for this. And you want to put the block right where where there's enough space to where the top of the mug hits right underneath the shelf. And then you take your rotating tool and you turn them just one over to where they're at an angle like that. And then the handles will kind of, I don't know, look like they're inside of the shelf. And that's pretty much it for the coffee station. Last is the dishes in the sink. So you need another block and then make it to where it's longer than the counters so that you can get it out from when you're done. So you don't have to like move the counters to get to the block again. And you want it to where it's kind of like glitching with the sink. Then you just put all the dishes in there that you want. Then you just get rid of the block. You can also color the dishes or do whatever you want to them, but that's pretty much it. Well, that is it for my decor ideas. I would definitely like to do more, but these are the cool ones that I thought people would like to see. But if you guys ever see me on Rocitizens and you have other ideas of stuff that are in my builds, feel free to let me know, and I will do them. And then I'll also let you be in my video. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this 3-part little series. Have a good one.